no apology, no regret, not even a hint of it. And because 3 civilian tankers allegedly didn't stop fast enough for American warships, 3 Indian families are now receiving body bags instead of paychecks. What was the fault of these seafarers? In Straight Talk with PC, we will talk about an international issue which has taken the headlines and has taken the world by storm. So recently, both US and Iran have managed to reach an understanding that will open up Strait of Hormuz, and the world energy markets are now limping back to normalcy. But today, we need to talk about an execution at sea. 3 unarmed, defenseless Indian seafarers, Aditya Sharma, Shivanand Chaurasia, and Patnala Suresh, they are dead. They weren't killed by pirates. They weren't killed by terrorists. They were vaporized in their ship's engine room by precision Hellfire missiles fired by a supposed global strategic partner, the United States of America, and their Navy. Within 72 hours, the US Navy targeted 3 merchant vessels which are manned by Indian crews, the Indian seafarers, the Marivex, the Setebello, and the Jalveer. Why? Because US, Washington, has declared a unilateral blockade on Iranian oil. And the entire area has been weaponized. And because 3 civilian tankers allegedly didn't stop fast enough for American warships, 3 Indian families are now receiving body bags instead of paychecks. What was the fault of these seafarers? And shouldn't we all be outraged? And we have been seeing outrage equally and in equal number by one and all on social media. Now look at the diplomatic fallout on full display. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar took to X on social media to register New Delhi's anger. Jaishankar's tweet, and I quote, "I reiterated India's strong protest at the attacks by the US Navy in the Gulf that kills 3 Indian mariners. Such lethal actions against a commercial shipping are not justified." A direct public condemnation coming from the Indian External Affairs Minister. But then, here's how United States responded. No apology, no regret, not even a hint of it, from US Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Rubio's counter statement, and I read, and I quote, "The US will not tolerate violations of its blockade. Commercial vessels must immediately comply with orders from US forces." And if I was to translate that into plain, simple English, Rubio is essentially telling India, we don't care how many of your citizens die. If they are on our way, if they are in our way, we will blow them out of the water. As chilling as that and as unrepentant as that. Now let's ask the hard questions that Washington is trying to bury. Since when does a unilateral US sanction give the American military the right to play judge, jury, and executioner on international waters? These were unarmed merchant vessels. If the US military suspected them of carrying illicit cargo, they could have intercepted them. They could have boarded them. They could have detained them. And they say there were several warnings given to them. Instead of warning them and detaining them, they chose to fire Hellfire missiles into an engine room. This isn't enforcing maritime law. This is actually a war crime masquerading as geopolitics. There are over 3 lakh, I'm not too sure if you know about this, that there are over 3 lakh Indian sailors driving the global supply chain across the world's oceans, across the world. They do not command warships. They do not even draft foreign policy. They're not even on those power tables. They're mere civilian professionals doing a job with a company which its job is to transport one thing to another. Why should Indian seamen become the collateral damage of America's obsession with destroying Iran? Why should our people die for a war that is not ours? The US is brazening this out because they believe India will take it lying down. Modi government will take on more humiliation in the series of humiliations we have seen over the past 2 years. They think the Quad partnership and defense deals means New Delhi will accept a tepid, strong protest and move on. Yes, that's how they look at how Indian reaction would be. But summoning a chargé d'affaires in New Delhi is not enough anymore. A strategic partnership means our citizens can be vaporized at the sea without even a hint of apology, without even an acknowledgement. Then this partnership is not that of equals. something that we have been building on over the years in our India-US relationship, a relationship we have been working on, we have been positive upon, and have pivoted towards. Washington needs to understand Indian lives are not cheap, and there's certainly not collateral damage in a war which is not of their choosing. Accountability from the US, an immediate apology, and an absolute halt to these lethal maritime strikes and weaponizing the seas. Nothing less than that would be acceptable. Prime Minister Modi is all set to meet Trump on the sidelines of G7 summit, which is undergoing in France. And I'm only hoping that Prime Minister of India will convey the nation's anger to his US counterpart in the strongest words possible, in the strongest way possible, in the strongest format possible. Because Indians are not fodder for the war which is not India's. Thank you, and let me know about your comments and what you feel about this in your comments below.